All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. It's a little bit different this live from other ones. I jumped on board a little early and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Awesome. Thank you for joining. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me correctly? If you can hear me, let me know where you are connecting from before I start. I still have a couple of minutes or so before I start. Can you hear me clearly? Because I am using a mic this time, so I would like to know if you can hear me. This is a registered event that I did, and I want to see how many people are going to join. Let me know where you're connecting from. Can everybody hear me? I am going to talk about you are superhuman and what that really means, because I'm going to be sharing some information here that you've never heard before. This information is going to be truly mind-blowing for a lot of you. Thank you for connecting. Awesome. Thank you. Jules is in the house. Let me see. Can you hear me clearly? Yes? Okay, I see a lot of hearts coming in. I see a lot of people coming in. Good morning, Jules. How are you? Can everybody hear me? Yeah, you can. Awesome. I like that. Yes, because I am using a mic, so I want to make sure. And I normally use this for my YouTube videos, but I decided to use it here on TikTok just to see what's happening. So I'm going to talk about being superhuman. Of course, just going to wait another minute or so. It was scheduled for 12 o'clock, so I just want to see how many people jump in. Now, before I get going, I didn't really boost this. I didn't mention it. I only just did one video on it. So, and that was done on purpose because whoever jumps in. And this is not for everybody, of course. And that's why I didn't really push it on any platform. So you might see less people here, which is fine because it is a paid event. And I did it on purpose because if it goes well, we're going to be doing more of these events, of course. Okay. But like I said, the first one, I did it on purpose. I kept it to a minimal. I didn't push it. And the reason for that is because whoever is here needs to hear this, obviously. I wanted the universe just to bring the right people that need to hear this information, of course. And that's why I didn't push it, right? So let's get started. What does it really mean to be superhuman? All right. It is 12:01, so that's fine. A lot of us have been conditioned, like I've said many times before, okay, to believe that they are powerless, okay? They believe that they actually don't have any power to change things around them, okay? And I'm going to say something to you. I'm going to say that it is the opposite, actually. It is really the opposite because you have all the power in the world. You literally do. Is Panilko here by any chance? Panayoti, are you on board? Are you still on Greek time? I'm curious. I know you had registered, brother, so I just want to see if you're here. If you are here, let me know. Panilko. Because Big Hat is here. Okay, that's fine. All right. If you're here, you're here. That's all good. Anyway, so like I was saying, thank you so much. We have been conditioned to believe that we have no power. Okay. And that is actually very false. I'm going to tell you right now that you can change things immediately. You literally can. All you need to really do is just think about something. And if you think about this without interference, okay, what does this mean? It means that you put something in your mind, and as you put this in your mind, you don't think of anything else, okay? You zoom in on this one particular thing that you are thinking about. And as you gently focus on it, it happens, okay? You see, we have been conditioned to believe that we can't make things happen, but yes, we can. We do make things happen by simply thinking about them, believe it or not. Now, this is why I was talking if Panilko is here, but I want to get into a topic that actually might even interest him. But I'm going to talk a little bit about your aura and how it has to do with what I was doing a few videos about telekinesis, for example. But this is not about telekinesis. It is about you understanding how powerful you are, and about how, Grace, thank you, how you can actually use these abilities to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life, okay? So, for example, to build your aura, okay, you need to focus on it, okay? How do you focus on it? You focus on the energetic field that is around you. You focus on your actual energy, your heartbeat, your breath. The more you focus on these, the more your aura will actually expand. It's going to become much more powerful. Now, why do you need a powerful aura? You're going to tell me. Because you can use this aura for multiple things. The best way to describe this is, think about an energetic field that you have around your body. When you feed this energetic field with positivity, it becomes bigger and stronger. Why is this important? Because things from the outside, let's say some people are thinking negative thoughts about you. When they think about these thoughts, they cannot penetrate. Literally, they will not penetrate, okay? You have created a shield of defense. So that's one thing. Another thing, when you have this aura, big and powerful, you can actually move things around. I'm not kidding you, okay? You can take a cup, for example, and you can move it, okay? And not just pull it, but you can also push it. You can make it roll, you can make it do whatever you want to do. Now, there's no magic to this. What is actually really happening, let's say you have a phone or whatever, and you are you have a powerful aura around your hand, okay? As you have this powerful aura around your hand, see it as an extension, okay? So let's say you have energy around your fingers, and you see this energy being pushed towards this phone. It's no different than you actually pushing the phone away with your fingers, or actually using your imagination to push this phone with the energy, because this energy is actually an extension of you, okay? When you build your aura to such powerful, proportions, I should say, then you can move things around like this. That's why I was asking if Panilko is here, because I know he's very interested in this, but I'm not sure if he is. But regardless, when you think about it like this, you see a cup in front of you or a ball in front of you, okay? You see your hand touching this ball, okay? Energetically, you see a light coming out of your fingers, or you might see your fingers growing as an extension. Whatever case it is, it doesn't matter. It's all about, it's a visual trick. What you are doing is you are sending a message that you want to move this ball, okay? And when you practice this, you will achieve it. Trust me. There's no magic to it. You have brought your aura to a position that it is pretty much like solid, right? and you can push stuff. Now, the same way you can pull stuff, because your aura, when you think about pulling something in, you can use it as a magnet, right? Now, like I said, why is this important? Because you can use this to manifest stuff, right? You can use it to achieve anything you want. For example, I've had people, there's two ways that you can do this, by the way. One is with the aura. The other one is by simply visualizing something. When you actually visualize in your mind something, you can make this happen, okay? Just to give you an example, how powerful you are. And this, I'm not doing this to brag, I'm just talking in general so you know how much power you have. I have demonstrated many times that I can be here, you know, in North America, for example. I have relatives in different parts of the world, let's say Greece. And I said, okay, put an object, a ball, whatever, in your house and just have it there and give me the color of it. Like, what does this ball look like, right? So they tell me, okay, it's a red ball, for example, and it's, you know, I have it on my table. Without me even looking, okay, I can make this ball move. I am in a different part of the world, but yet, just by thinking about it, I can make it move. Now, that's not just me. All of us have these abilities. How do you do it? By simply imagining the image of this red ball, because now I already know the color, right? So I imagine, yes, Jules, that is true. I imagine the ball, okay, the color of the ball, and obviously I know where this ball is because I know that my friend is in Greece, for example, and I know it's sitting on a table, right? So I have this information. And now what I'm doing is I'm picturing this ball rolling off the table. And surely enough, you know, after a few minutes, this ball will fall off the table, or it will roll. And the reason why this is happening is because time and distance are an illusion, right? So whether I am in the room looking at the ball and making it drop, or I am far away in a different country and just imagining this ball drop, it will still drop, because whatever you imagine, you create. Hey, Panilko, I was just talking about you. No, you didn't miss anything. I was just talking about the aura. I'm going to get back into it in a bit. So, like I said, I'm sitting in North America. My friend has a ball in Greece, right, on a table, gives me the color, it's red, tells me, hey brother, can you move it? And the ball falls, right? So whatever you imagine in your mind, you can do. So the image that I have in my mind is I have this ball that my friend has on top of the table, and I just imagine it rolling. That's it. I don't put pressure on it, because the minute you put pressure, you're not going to achieve it, right? Pressure equals resistance. And you are actually fighting yourself, really, okay? So I see it rolling, and it rolls because I have connected with it now, right? And you can connect with anything in the universe, literally, just by thinking about it. You don't even have to see it. By thinking about it, you feel it, and the energy, that emotion that you have, will actually make the object roll or move or do whatever it wants to do. Now, that is the second part. The first part, like I said, you can only use it when something is close by. Like when you build your aura only extends up to a certain point. You can make it grow and grow and grow. I've seen auras go like even 9 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet wide. So you can use that tactic to move, let's say, something in the room, right? You can move something in the room when you've built your aura to that point, and you can literally affect it. But for great distances, you don't use aura, you use your imagination, because whatever you think about happens. And you can't let any other thought come in. You can't doubt yourself. The minute you think of something, that is negative or that you can't do it, then you won't be able to do it. Now, the same way you can figure out about people. Let's say you have a very close friend of yours and you don't have any clue about where they are, right? So you think about your friend, and as you think about your friend, you think about them in a kind and loving way, right? You close your eyes and you simply, if you want, it really helps if you take a piece of paper actually, okay? Because what you're going to be picking up are symbols here, right? So as you close your eyes, you think about your friend, and then you just try to keep your mind, blank. Now, you're not going to try to keep your mind blank. What you're going to do is you're going to have things coming in and coming and going. The thoughts that come in, just observe them, right? When you become really good at this, what's going to happen is you're going to be picking up certain images, right? Or even a word. Take that, write it down on the piece of paper. For example, it might be something simple as mountain, right? So the word mountain might come to your mind, or a vision of a mountain might come to your mind. Write it down. Then just continue thinking about your friend. Something else will come up. Maybe, a name of a city or a town, right? Write it down. Okay? Maybe a country, if you don't know where your friend is, might pop up. Maybe a color of a building, right? Write down the color. Whatever comes in your mind at that particular moment, you just write it down, right? When you feel that the connection has severed, because at some point you will feel that you're not picking up any more information, what you do is you open your eyes, right? And you simply read what you wrote. Now, some of you, maybe you're good artists. You can draw something. So be it, draw it. You don't have to write it down. You can draw a mountain, or you can, because sometimes you pick up images that you don't really know what they are, so you just draw them out. You're going to quickly find out that whatever came to you, you can verify it by, let's say if you have your friend, you pick up the phone or you call them up and you say, hey, are you by any chance close to a mountain? Is the city you're in start, with a P or an S or whatever? Is it cloudy right now? Right? Do you have like something red beside you, like a red vehicle or a red building or something? And let your friend verify it. And you will be totally amazed to find how accurate you really are. Of course, the more you practice this, the better you will become. And this is what we call remote viewing, actually. Okay? And there's a whole body of people doing remote viewing, actually, for different reasons. Either to spy on countries, or to spy on corporations, on what they're doing, trying to pick up secrets from them, and so on and so on. And then there's others that are doing remote viewing just to simply help different police forces around the world, trying to, maybe find missing people, or they simply, maybe somebody died or something like that. They don't know where their body is. They can find this information just by simply, doing remote viewing. So we have so many magnificent powers, and we were told that we don't have these powers. And what I'm going to tell you is that it's a simple, if you want to call it lie, call it a lie. Or maybe it's just ignorance. I don't know what it is. But whatever the case is, I know that we have these powers. I, for myself, have mastered a lot of them myself. So I wouldn't be talking about it if I haven't mastered them. So I'm not the only one. There's others out there that have mastered them, and some have better abilities than others, simply because they just worked on them more. Okay? So basically, this goes for you, Panayoti, Panilko. I was talking about the aura earlier because I know you missed that part. Okay, so the aura, basically, you want to build it. How do you build it? By simply having in your mind that you have this energetic field around you, and you pump it with positivity, positive, thoughts, right? Of course, you sleep right, you eat right, keep hydrated, and be in a nice calm state, because the calmer you are, for whatever reason, this aura just grows and becomes more powerful when you simply are calm. Now, I do have a theory on it, and my theory is that by being calm, you're not resisting anything, and therefore, your energy is at its peak, right? So, for whatever reason, like I was saying earlier, even telekinesis works when you are extremely calm. So, for example, when you've built your aura, right, and you see an object, you can move this object by simply projecting your aura onto it. Now, how are you going to do that? By simply seeing your fingers as an extension, okay, or the energy coming out of your fingers as an extension of you, and you can simply push this, right? Or you can pull it if you visualize a magnet, for example. So that is for short distances. For long distances, it all depends how good of an imagination you have and feeling, right? Because for the long distances, you would need to simply imagine whatever object it is that you want to influence, and then you simply have to be in a very calm and relaxed demeanor, right? And then from there you can influence whatever it is that you want to influence. Now, this is not about moving objects. Like I said, it is about achieving your dreams and your goals, right? If you can master these techniques, then you can master anything. For example, you want to communicate with a loved one, and your loved one, you haven't seen them in a very, very long time. So you're not in contact with them. You can simply think about them and send them a message. We call it telepathy, right? I really don't like to put any labels on energy, but you simply send them a message and you tell them, hey, call me or message me or whatever the case might be. And don't be surprised if they actually do reach out and they contact you in a very short time. Sometimes it happens immediately, depending on how open they are at that particular moment, or how calm they are, because messages tend to reach you when you're both in a calm state. That's why they're good when you send them during the night. Chances are the person is sleeping. Now, having said that about sleeping, that's another topic. Every single night, by the way, we physically leave, well, not physically, we leave our physical body, I should say, and we travel around to different realms. Now, this goes on for everybody, okay? We do, whatever you want to call it, astral project every single night. We just don't remember it. Now, those vivid dreams that you're having, that is part of it. Any dream that you're happening or seeing is actually happening in some dimension, okay? You can't just imagine stuff. Your mind didn't create it like we were taught, right? Oh, it's just your mind coming up and playing a movie. No, your mind is not capable of playing a movie. Your mind is only capable of receiving information, all right? So when you are dreaming, you are actually visiting those places. There are different dimensions. And even though these dreams might seem a nightmare sometimes, or they're scary, or whatever the case might be, it really isn't scary. It is you in a different dimension. You could be a different life form, right? You could be a cat, you could be a dog, you could be something that we're not even aware of on this planet. So whatever seems scary, it just seems scary to you in this dimension because we simply don't understand it in this dimension, right? You go and you have a dream of, demons or whatever. We don't know what they are, and we call them demons and they're evil, but no, in reality, it's just a different life form in a different dimension. And you, chances are, because you're dreaming of it, you are the same life form, the same type of a life form in that dimension, or something different in that dimension. So, regardless of that, when you come back, okay, the idea of us leaving the body is we go and we simply get information from our guides, from our higher self, and we just simply mingle around with so-called dead people, or even people that we know in this dimension, because their souls also leave the travel, right? And you are mingling with them. So basically you are picking up information, and this information that you are picking up from your guides especially, and your higher self, is information that is relevant to you in your current lifetime, right? So basically it's like we leave our body, we get programmed again, we come back, and then we continue on. When we wake up, we continue on doing whatever we need to do, without realizing that, hey, we just came up with a new download, new program, because we don't remember. But our subconscious mind does remember, because it was already programmed. Now, there's nothing to fear about that, because every single program you do receive is for the betterment of you in this physical reality. It's always for the best of you. It's never to hurt you, right? And the information will come to you when you don't expect it. Like you wake up and all of a sudden, poop, a thought comes up, right? And you're going like, how did I think about that? Well, that's because you just got the information that you were programmed from the night before, right? I know program might seem a little, not good for so many people, but when I mean program, I just mean information. You just picked up information when you were out of your body, and then you came back and you simply remembered it. So another thing that you can practice right now, right, even with your friends, let's say you have somebody in a different country again, or in a different city, or maybe you just in a different room. You can get different colored paper, right? Cut them into little cards, red, white, green, yellow, whatever. Just have them differently. And as you have these papers, actually have your friend have these papers, all right? And let's say right now, the way we are communicating, I would have a piece of paper right here. You can't see it. Let's say the color is white, right? And you would simply try to guess, not guess, you would try to feel what color it is that I'm holding, right? And chances are you're going to be getting it wrong at the beginning, but the more you practice this, the better you're going to become. Because let's say I'm holding something white, and you say that, oh, you know what, Nondas, you're holding black, right? And I show you after that it's actually white, it's not black. What is actually happening, the minute you see it, you have to remember the energetic signature that you got. Why did you think it was white when in reality it was black, right? You're going to pick up that information. You think, or you go back and you say, okay, what did I feel? So that feeling that you got, now you must associate it not with the black that you thought, but with a white. Do you see where I'm getting at? Then again, let's say I'm holding something red, right? And you guessed it's green. So by you seeing that it was actually red, but the information that you got was green, discard the information that you had, the green one, right? And see what connection you have with a red. Meaning, the information that you picked up for the green, now you're going to associate it with red. You know what I'm saying? And as you do this more often, then you will be 100% accurate in every single time you try this again. So your friend is going to be holding something and you're going to be instantly not guessing, you will instantly know that it's this color. Why? Because now you've associated that color with an energetic pattern, right? You felt the energy, so you know what it is. Just like when we first started learning about colors, we didn't know. We just had a certain frequency that was coming to our eyes. We would see it and then we would say, yeah, this is red or this is yellow. The same thing applies energetically. You don't need to see it. You can feel it, that it's yellow. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. We are all superhuman. So many different abilities that we all have, but we've been conditioned to believe that we don't have. And I'm here to tell you that all it takes is a little bit of practice on your part. All it takes is a little bit of faith on your part. What do I mean by faith? Faith that you can actually do it, right? And think about it like this. You weren't running, right off the bat. You had to learn first how to stand up. You had to learn how to, or crawl, then stand up, then walk before you could run, right? So get some color. Yeah, I think it's maybe the video. Thank you, Grace. So this is what you got to do. You got to practice more and more and more. For example, how do you practice your aura? Like I was saying, practice on it. Practice pushing an object. Panayoti, I think you made a comment one time about a ball, ping pong ball, right? It's your aura, brother. Thank you, my friend. I was just talking about you. You were talking about the ping pong ball, how to move it around, right? So you see the ping pong ball on the table, right? And then you simply, let's say this is the ball, you see your finger here, right? What you would see is your finger would be beaming out a light. Picture this light any way you want, doesn't matter. Whatever is good to you. Or you can picture it as an extension of your finger, like your finger is longer. It doesn't matter, right? What you want to do is you want to see the ping pong ball, and then you see your finger actually entering this ping pong ball, or just simply being outside and playing with it, whatever works for you. You visually see it moving the direction that you want, and you feel it. The important thing is that you must feel it, right? You have to feel it. So what would it feel like if you were actually touching this ping pong ball and moving it? Picture your finger going inside the ball. Nothing stops it. And picture it just, like you're moving it any way you want, energetically. So you have to see it and you have to feel it. But the key here is that you cannot let any other thought come into your mind. This is the hard part for most of us because we haven't trained our mind how to be still. And the way you train your mind is actually by simply focusing, let's say, on one thing. Let's say you look at this cup, right? You look at the cup and you just focus on this cup. That's like an exercise. As you focus on the cup, let's say you've managed to focus like 3 seconds. Okay, don't beat yourself up. Next time, try to focus for longer, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever the case is. You see, what happens is when you are focusing on something, your mind can't interfere. It will interfere at the beginning, right? But the more you practice it, you're going to stop it from interfering. And this is the key, even to telekinesis. So when you see the ping pong ball, right, and you've practiced on your mental image, then you simply see it moving and no other thought comes in the way. And the key here is you cannot be frustrated about it if it doesn't work. You can't get upset about it. You have to be nice and calm. What does it mean by nice and calm? You have to be relaxed, totally relaxed. If you are not relaxed, chances are it's not going to work because you are putting energetic blockages, right? So you have to be relaxed. That's the key. Like I said earlier, for whatever reason, things happen as if by magic when we are relaxed. I have a few minutes left. Let's see if maybe some of you have some questions. I'm going to go up and see if maybe some of you want to ask something in these last few little moments. We are going to be doing more of these events. This was, like I said, a tryout because I haven't really done any live events that have to be registered before on TikTok. So it is a tryout, number one. And number two, like I said, I didn't blast this on social media for the reason of I truly wanted, the people that need to be here are going to be here regardless, because the universe will bring you here if you need to be here. Good morning, Jules. How are you, my friend? And that's why I didn't blast it. If I wanted to have more people here, I like your setup. Thank you, Jules. Yeah, I use it mostly for YouTube, but I decided to do it on TikTok as well. All right. No questions? Just try to see. Hope didn't miss anything. No, you didn't. Awesome. Thank you, Panilko. Sorry, guys. I'm just going down to see if anybody has any questions here. Thank you. Okay, Panilko. Thanks, brother. Can I really? Free sense and my power has grown over time. Can't really visualize. Okay, so if you can't visualize, that's okay. You use whatever is best for you. Okay, like I said earlier, it is all about feeling, right? And if you can't visualize, some of us are more visual than others, and some of us can feel, and some of us can do both, right? So in that case, you would feel as if you are moving the ball, or whatever case it might be. You feel it. I found this fascinating. Thank you, Jules. Grace, thank you so much. I feel I need to be here, and I love it. Love and life. Yes, thank you so much, Grace. Like I said, yeah, that's why I didn't blast it on social media platforms, because I truly felt I only did one video that was like 3 weeks ago, saying that I was going to do an event, and I only posted on TikTok, no Instagram, no YouTube, none of that. And I truly felt that whoever needs to be here will be here. The universe will bring him here, right? And that's why I didn't blast it. If I did want to blast it, I'm sure we would have had a lot of people here, and that was not my intention. I typed something now. Okay. I can feel sense. Yes, I see it. Different for everyone. Yes. Grace, hi, brother. Had a vision today. Can I share it with you? to explain a bit more about? Yeah, go ahead. Please keep doing this. Thank you, Jules. How's your sister, by the way? Haven't seen her in a while. Happy to connect, brother. Thank you. All right. I don't see any other comments here. So that's fine. I'm still going to wait a couple of minutes. So like I said, yes, it's all about practice, practice, practice. She is fine. Thank you. Thank you, Jules. Tell her I said hello. I've been mostly on YouTube lately, quite a bit. My channel is literally blowing up there, and it's growing. And I do spend more time there. But I'm still here on TikTok. I will be doing more events here. And, you know, depending on what mood I'm in, I'm either going to blast it and have more people here, or you know, it all depends. It all depends. I like to send messages that are positive. That's why I just did like one video on TikTok. Didn't blast it because I knew that the universe was going to bring the right people here, people that needed to hear it, right? All right. So I think, Grace, was it you that wanted to send some info, a question? Panilko, thank you, my friend. So at this point, I want to thank everybody for joining. She's fine, thank you. I want to thank everybody for joining. I want to thank everybody, you know, that registered. It really means a lot to me, you know, and I really, really appreciate every single one of you. Of course, there's going to be other events that I'm going to be doing here as well. And like I said, the information that I share here, I don't usually share that easily. And the reason for that is because some people take information and they try to use it the wrong way, right? But, like I said, Grace, I had a vision today in between of my meditation. That was a lot of people with big buildings. So, like I said earlier, Grace, thank you for sharing that, by the way. You were in that dimension. That's what it is. You were definitely there, okay? Keep in mind, sometimes even if we feel as if it's us, right, it is us in a different dimension. And there were opening, and there was people on the left side, and like people were getting separate. So as you were seeing this in your vision, it still has a connection to your reality here. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to remember it. For every information that we bring here is information that we need to have. So for whatever reason, that vision, you need to explain it in a way that only you can explain it. What does it really mean for you in this dimension, right? If you want, you can always DM me, Grace, and we can chit-chat a little bit more about it. But right now, my time is up here on this wonderful platform. Thank you, everybody, for connecting. And like I said, I'm going to be doing more events like this as well. So stay tuned. And love and light to all. No matter what you do, be the greatest you, just like I said. And always, always shine bright. Super interesting, the good, the bad, something like. Yeah, you can DM me, Grace. Thank you, my friend. Panilko. Awesome, Grace. Thank you. Jules, love you. Love and light to you. Say hi to your sister. Bye for now.